Hello everyone, this is Jana Chantel and I'm giving you a video post this week. And this week I will be reading an excerpt out of my book, Into My Mind, which is on Amazon.com. So if you don't have it, be sure to order it today. And if you do have it, I'd love to hear your thoughts and get your reviews and feedbacks on what you thought of the book. And you can leave those comments on my author page on Amazon.com as well. So the piece that I will be reading today is entitled A Part of Me I Left Behind. And it's a very emotional piece, so bear with me. He's gone, she says in the back of my mind. I sit in my bedroom, gripping onto the bed in my on-campus apartment. Not really sure if I'm having a psychotic breakdown or not. Gone and never coming back. And then a memory of him floods my mind. Him smiling down at me and calling me my little Pooh Bear. I try to shake back the tears. I try not to break down, not to end up in a state where I'm curling up in a ball hyperventilating with the thought of me losing my mind. So again, I run. I go to places that are filled with people. The conference room in Lake Ontario where my advanced fiction workshop class meets. The C-store on the Grand Valley's campus in Allendale. Buffalo Wild Wings with a friend. A student poetry slam. But it doesn't even matter because I'm still alone in my thoughts, no matter how crowded the place may be. The way my 9-year-old self looks at me makes me feel ashamed, with pigtails, eyes red from tears, and her skinny childlike figure. She's still grieving for her father, the way I've left her, the way I've repressed her. I've lied to myself, pretending I was fine and moved on while leaving her behind. But I never really left her, still there, grieving over my father in some small ways. Do you understand what I'm saying? She says when I ignore her. Daddy is gone, and he isn't coming back. Another memory of him penetrates my mind without my permission. The sweet, sweet smell of his Christian Dior's Fahrenheit cologne, and how it lingers when he leaves the room. Clutch at my chest. Stop. My 22-year-old self plead. Please stop. You have to stop running, Janae. Another memory. His bright, perfect smile. I shake my head back and forth trying to shake out the memories of him. I can't do this, I say. And I can't. It's been 13 years, and I still can't think about the night I received the news about his death. It's been 13 years since I watched him get taken away in handcuffs, unaware that that would have been the last time I saw him alive, all because he was late for a court date. It's been 13 years, and I am still in denial, secretly hoping for that one day he would show up and tell me it's all been a cruel, cruel joke. I can imagine him showing up at my apartment at Grand Valley, smiling down at me with his perfect smile, his cologne filling up the room. I can hear his voice telling me that he's been away for a while, and that he's sorry about all the important moments he's missed out on, and that he's very proud of me. I can imagine all of this, hope for it. I am still in denial. You can talk about Mama, my 9-year-old self says. You can write and talk about Mama all day. But what about Daddy? Why can't you talk about him too? I don't answer, because I know what she says is true. I can always talk about my mother. I'm strong enough for that. But my father, I can't talk about. The news of his death turned my whole world upside down, and has never been right since then. He was my love, my protector, my whole world. I'm not strong enough, I admit. I'm not strong enough to talk about him. I tear up just thinking about it, and my 9-year-old self sees this. She just shakes her head at me, and I feel ashamed. I have let her down. She's 9 years old and can deal with the death of our father, but I, 22 years old, can't stomach the thought of his death. You're forgetting him, she tells me. adding salt to my wounds. I know, I admit weakly. Sometimes I forget what his voice sounded like, or the way he laughed, or the way he walked, or sometimes, and just sometimes, the way he smelled. How can you forget about him? I don't know, I whisper. You need to deal with this. I can't. I'm not strong enough. Daddy died of cancer. Leukemia. She begins to fire off. Stop. He's getting sicker. He was getting sicker and sicker while in the jail cell. Please. You never got a chance to say goodbye. To say that you loved him. No more. He was all alone. No loved ones around. I don't respond. He's gone, Janae. I can no longer take what she's saying. So I do what I do best. Run. I go to the bathroom. My favorite place to cry. The only room that's guaranteed to have a lock on the door. I look at myself in the mirror, but I don't see me. I see her, my 9-year-old self. That once innocent, sweet, happy face is now filled with pain, anger, and anguish. There is a sense of maturity behind that 4 feet something skinny 9-year-old figure. Remember how Daddy used to chew on his tongue when he was concentrating real hard on something? I feel stabs through my heart. I back away from the mirror. I can't run from her. I can't run from myself. 9 years old, and I see my father being handcuffed and taken away from downtown Detroit's 36th District Courtroom. I cry into my auntie's chest, as if foreshadowing. A part of me knows that this is the last time I will see him alive. I back away from the mirror. My knees buckle. My balance is unstable. I can hardly catch my breath. I can't think about this. I'm not strong enough. Remember how Daddy used to stutter when he got upset? My auntie screams. She throws down the cordless phone like it was scorching hot to the touch. Her piercing screams over and over again. I recognize that scream. The scream of pain. The scream when something is wrong. I back away from the mirror. My knees buckle. My balance is unstable. I can hardly catch my breath. I want to vomit. I can't take this anymore. I feel like I'm going to die. I just want her to stop. To stop making me remember. To stop causing me so much pain. My auntie kneels down in the corner weeping. I slowly walk up to her and ask her what's wrong. She looks up at me through tear-filled eyes. You poor baby, she repeats. You poor baby, echoes through my head. I back away from the mirror. My knees buckle. My balance is unstable. I can hardly catch my breath. I want to vomit. I can't take this anymore. I slowly slide down to the floor. Remember how Daddy used to chase us with snot hanging from his nose? Remember how fun that used to be? Please, I cry out. Please, no more. Your daddy's dead, my auntie finally says. You lost your mother, and now you lost your daddy. You poor baby. She begins to stroke my hair. Daddy is gone. I am alone. A single tear falls from my eye. I hug my auntie. Surprisingly enough, I'm hugging her to comfort her. I am numb. And I've been numb ever since. I start to cry out for him. Daddy. I curl up in a ball. Why did you leave me? Remember when we were little and he used to sit on his lap? Daddy, I say, trying to catch my breath. I miss you so much. Remember when he used to do our hair? Daddy, why did you go? Remember when he used to tell us that he loved us? Please, I cry out. No more. But she doesn't stop. She keeps firing off memories that I try to forget. Like the times he yelled at the TV while watching basketball, football, or boxing. The times he used to have all my male cousins downstairs in our basement boxing. The times he took my brother James and me to Omega's Coney Island for breakfast every morning before school. The times he bit his tongue while he glided effortlessly around the skating ring. The times that he warned me warned my brother and me about how it would be when he eventually died. Memories I avoided so I won't end up like I am now, curled up in a ball and hyperventilating. Daddy, please come back to me. And then it happens. Just when everything is about to go black. Just when I straddle the line between a psychotic break and death. I see him. He's smiling down at me, but there's concern behind his beautiful brown eyes. He leans down over me and wraps me up in his muscular arms. I can smell Christian Dior's Fahrenheit cologne that he always wears. My little Nabu, he says, rocking me back and forth while stroking my hair. My silly little Pooh Bear. I never left. Thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it.